Good evening and welcome back. This is episode number 19 of Let's Play Pokemon Red. We are here in Saffron City, right out front of the Fighting Dojo, as well as the now open Saffron City Gym. But first things first, let's head into the dojo and see what's going on inside here. It's not an official Pokemon League gym, so there's no announcer guy out front, but there are plenty of people to fight. And I guess you can probably skip them if you really want to. I don't know if you have to defeat them all to get the prize. I kind of hope so, but we're going to defeat them anyway because more XP and more money. Hoo-ha! You're trespassing in our fighting dojo! Didn't know that guests weren't welcome. Figured I would come in and see what this place is all about. Alright, got him a chop. Naturally, these guys are going to have a lot of fighting Pokemon. So thankfully, I brought Execute, who is a Psychic type. One of the types that fighting is weak to. Psychic and Flying. And now Fairy, but of course there are no Fairy types in Generation 1. And even though our team is going to have a Flying type once our Dragonair evolves, I'm pretty sure the Dragonite cannot actually learn any Flying type moves in Pokemon Red. I think it can learn Fly in Pokemon Yellow, so you could teach it a Flying type move in either Gen 2 or Pokemon Yellow and then trade it back. But we're on the Virtual Console, so I don't think we have that option anyway. At least not without downloading a second game. But that's okay. Oof, I give up. Alright, number 2. I hear you're good. Show me. Now, there are only so many fighting Pokemon in Generation 1. There's the Machop line, Machop, Machoke, and Machamp. There is the Mankey line, Mankey and Primeape. There's Poliwrath, the final stage of the Poliwag line. He is water and fighting. And then there's Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, and I'm pretty sure that's all there is in Gen 1. I think Gen 2 adds a couple. We'll get Hitmontop and Tyrogue or Tyger, whatever it's called. We get Heracross, and I'm sure there's a couple others I'm not thinking of. Judge, 1 point. Should be 2 points. I defeated 2 of you guys so far. Nothing tough frightens me. I break boulders for training. Well, that sounds fun. And I guess fighting is strong against rock types, so kind of makes sense. I don't know, I'm trying to think of another Gen 2 fighting type, and it's not coming to me. There could be an obvious one that I'm just not thinking of, or maybe Heracross, Tiger, and Hitmontop are all there is, but I'm guessing there's more. There's a lot of weird Generation 2 Pokemon that are really easy to forget about. Harg, take your shoes off. You probably should be the first guy, then, if you're going to be the one who tells me that, because at this point, it's kind of too late. I think I'll just keep them on for the rest of the dojo. Plus, these look like wood floors, there could be splinters. I think it's just better all around if I keep my shoes on. Looks like we will have to switch out Pokemon for the final battle, though, against the Fighting Dojo Master. Another Mankey. And obviously there is no fighting dojo or fighting gym in this game. There is one in the second game. So this is basically the equivalent of a fighting type gym. There is an Elite Four member who specializes in fighting type though. And we'll be facing him in a while. Maybe not too long of a while at this point. At least Sia's getting some good XP out of this gym. That's always good. Alright, well done. I give up. Alright, so let's switch out. Let's bring Veery out. Since I'm pretty sure Poison resists fighting. Grunt, I am the Karate Master. I am the leader here. You wish to challenge us? Challenge us? Expect no mercy. Fwa! He says he's the leader in all caps, but he's not really a leader. Or I guess he's the leader of an unofficial gym, so he's an unofficial gym leader. And he's still just called a black belt, though. He's not given a name until the second game. I think he's the one that actually gives you Tiger, if I remember correctly. So, is ground okay against fighting? I think it is. Let's give it a try. I think it's rock that's not good against fighting. Ground is even. Pretty sure that's right. Critical hit, one hit knockout. And Hitmonchan, two Pokemon we've never seen before. Pokemon which of course are named after Bruce Lee, Hitmonlee, and Jackie Chan, Hitmonchan. Hitmontop, however, is not named after Carrot Top. It's just named after the little spinny toys. And let's use one more Earthquake. Alright, there we go. Critical hit too. We have officially defeated the fighting karate master dude. Wah, arg, beaten. Complete sentences don't seem to really be their thing. Indeed, I have lost, but I beseech you, do not take our emblem as your trophy. Alright, just to prove me wrong, he's gonna get like really wordy now. In return, I will give you a prize fighting Pokemon. Choose whichever one you like. Alright, so this is how you get either Hitmonlee, the kicking Pokemon, hard-kicking Hitmonlee, or the punching Pokemon, Hitmonchan, the piston punching. We are going to go with Hitmonlee. I've always liked Hitmonlee better. Pretty sure that was the first one I chose. Hitmonlee's actually a decent Pokemon. It's not amazing, but it's alright. Definitely usable. But, our team is full. We just didn't have room for a fighting type on our team. You can't have everything. We do have a decent amount of types covered, though. Let's see, we have 1, 2, will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 9 types out of 15. Fairly good coverage, I guess. But let's go heal up real quick, and then we will take on the Saffron Gym. One that I imagine will be a little bit tougher than the Fighting Dojo. And Sabrina herself might be a little hard to defeat. Then again, we do have 6 good Pokemon, so probably not that hard. Alright, the team is all healed up. We're gonna hop back on our bicycle. And here we go. Every time I see the bicycle, I always get the Queen song, Bicycle Race, stuck in my head. Alright, here we go. Saffron City Pokemon Gym, leader Sabrina, winning trainers Joe. Yo, champion making! Sabrina's Pokemon use Psychic Power instead of Force. Fighting Pokemon are weak against Psychic Pokemon. They get creamed before they can even aim a punch. Poison types as well, so let's switch Veery out. Ron should be a good bet though, because a lot of Psychic types do not have a great defense stat. Alright, here's the first trainer. Sabrina is young, but she's also our leader. You won't reach her easily. I remember the episodes with Sabrina in the anime were some of my favorites from the, whoops, hit that button, I did not mean to there. Sorry about that. They were like really creepy and really well done in my opinion. Alright, Slowpoke. A water and psychic type Pokemon. Slowpoke, Slowbro, and Starmie are all both water and psychic type. Alright, didn't defeat that one in one hit. Slowpoke has a decent defense stat. Not as good as Slowbro's, but still decent. Speaking of Slowbro, there he is. So I said that Psychic Pokemon tend to have a low defense stat, but I was mainly thinking of the Abra line. I think Mr. Mime and Drowsy and Hypno, I think they have okay defense, but I think their special is better. Let's use a Stomp. Alright, goodbye Slowbro. Now the downside is, and again we have warp panels just like the last place. Some of our trainers are going to be Chandlers, but not this one. So we should be okay here. Does our unseen power scare you? Not really, I always thought it was really cool. I always wanted to have telekinetic powers as a kid, but Turns out such things do not exist. At least not yet. And there's a Kadabra, pretty good Pokemon. And I know one easy way to get through this gym is just always go left or right. Always go side to side, never go up. And it'll take a little while, but you will eventually reach Sabrina, no matter what. I guess you could do the same thing, always going up or down, never going the other way. There's a Mr. Mime. Already faced one of those before. So we will have to switch Pokemon when we get to some of the Chandlers, because obviously Tauros knows only normal type attacks at this point. So it would not be able to do a thing to ghost types. I never foresaw this. I think that's another Psychic. Let's see. You know that power alone isn't enough. So far, though, it seems to be. Mr. Mime? Yeah, there are a decent amount of Psychic types in this generation, but not like a ton. Let's see, there's Abracadabra, Alakazam, Drowsy and Hypno, Mr. Mime, Slowpoke, Slowbro, Starmie, Execute, Executor, and of course Mewtwo and Mew. So I guess there are a decent amount of Psychic types. Are there any others I'm forgetting? I don't think so. Trying to think what other type combos there might be, but I think that's it for Gen 1. Still, pretty decent amount. I don't believe this. Believe it, buddy. Alright, we're back where we began, but oh, did I go backwards? I think I might have gone backwards. Or are we going in a loop? Huh. Which one did we come through? This one? Oh, I should have gone... Right, my strategy backfired there. I should have gone through this one. And that is a Chandler. So let's switch out Ron for... how about Sin? Since Sin knows Dig. You and I, our Pokemon shall fight. So this Chandler does not seem to be possessed, unlike the ones in Pokemon Tower. But like those ones, she does have a Ghastly. I'm gonna guess she has 2 Ghastly and a Haunter. I suppose we'll find out whether or not I'm right. And Ghost Pokemon, like Psychic Pokemon, have a low defense stat, and Ghost types tend to have a low health stat as well. Which kind of makes sense. They don't have bodies, they shouldn't have a lot of health. I think there are a few exceptions, but as a rule that tends to be pretty true. Drifblim is a good exception. I think it has a ton of health for a Ghost type. And I was right. 2 Ghastlies and a Haunter. Alright, nice and easy. Level 39. Perfect. Trying to learn Agility. What do we know right now? Anything I can forget? Not really. Don't really want Agility. Agility increases your speed by 2 stages, so it can be a good move in certain situations. If you have a slow Pokemon, but Growlithe is pretty fast as it is, and it'll be even faster as an Arcanine. I'm going to bring Ron back out again. Saffron Pokemon Gym is famous for its psychics. You want to see Sabrina, I can tell. Yeah, not sure that's really a hard prediction to make. It's like those frauds you always see on TV, where their predictions are really obvious things. Or things that might seem a little bit spooky, but are really just based on non-supernatural but well-trained techniques. Critical hit, there we go. I think the speed difference probably helped us there. Arg! Got some more money, always useful. Another Chandler. We're gonna switch back out. It's weird, the warp panels in this room are close together for some reason. Sabrina is younger than I, but I respect her. Good. Everyone always says you should respect your elders, but I think that the elders should respect the youth too. We all have our pros and cons, our strengths and weaknesses. It would be a better world if everybody respected one another. I'm going to say this one has just 2 Ghastlies. Maybe is there a third one? I'm not sure if there is a third one, or if, there might only be two. Nope, I was wrong. One Ghastly, one Haunter. And this Haunter is fast. Ghost Pokemon may not have a lot of health or defense, but they do have speed. At least the Ghastly line does. And they have Confusion. That's not good. Nightshade. Alright, this Haunter is doing pretty well here. They probably should have given Sabrina like a Haunter as well, or a Ghost-type Pokemon. Just to mix things up, but they didn't. She does have one non-psychic type, though, if memory serves. I'm trying to think. I guess she's the only gym leader in this game that has a Pokemon that, Oh, wow. This is not going well for us. Yep. Haunter wins this one. Well fought, Haunter. Well fought. Let's bring out Veery. She should make pretty quick work of it, unless it's faster than her as well. It is not. Yeah, I think Sabrina's the only gym leader that uses a Pokemon not of her type. Alright, Veery grew to level 40. Catching up to Giovanni's Nidoqueen. Let's keep going, though. And we already fought this guy. Another Chandler. Let's put Veery up front again. Even though she's already level 40, it'll at least make these battles nice and quick. We'll play to our strengths. I figure that's a pretty good... I like to keep my Pokemon as even as possible, but, you know, if they're a few levels different, might as well use the ones that are strong in any given place. I think I called this one having just a Haunter, didn't I? So this one I was right about. Although I also wasn't sure that she existed. Getting a little bit of feedback in my my audio. I don't know if it's just like static buildup or something, but hopefully you guys can't hear it on your end. Alright, we already faced her. Faced her, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Faced her. Can't be too much longer. Faced him or her. Not sure if the psychics are male or female. Alright, and there's Sabrina. How's our team looking? What do you guys think? Think we can do it? I think we can. Hopefully I'm not mistaken, but let's give it a good shot and see what happens. In fact, you know what we can do? I'll do you one better. We have 4 revives left. Let's go ahead and use one. We'll use some fresh waters as well. Save us a trip to the Pokemon Center, but at least our Pokemon will be pretty well healed up. One more for Ron. Alright. Should be good to go. And let's start with Pal. One time he was our highest level Pokemon by quite a bit. Now he's tied for lowest. I had a vision of your arrival. I have had psychic powers since I was a child. I first learned to bend spoons with my mind. I dislike fighting, but if you wish, I will show you my powers. Gotta love this music. It's probably my favorite track in the game. The gym leader theme. And she leads with Kadabra, who also bends spoons. And has an awesome mustache. Alright, so we're gonna go straight for the Mega Kick. Because, like I said, Kadabra does have very low defense. It does have good speed and special, though. And as you can tell, it is hitting fast and doing a lot of damage. Was that a crit? That was definitely a crit. Wow. That hurt quite a bit. But that hurt even more. Another crit. Lots of crits. Mr. Mime. I think Mr. Mime probably also has a low defense. Oh, that's not good. Confusion. That'll be the end of Pal. Alright, so far we've each lost one Pokemon, but she only has 3 more. Whereas we have 5. Alright, Adden, you're up. Let's try a Thunderbolt. Not sure if Thunderbolt or Swift would do more damage in this instance. But Thunderbolt does have the chance to paralyze, which we got right there. And now that it has used Barrier, we definitely want to keep using Thunderbolt or Surf. There's that graphics glitch again. It's fully paralyzed. Awesome. Not sure if Sabrina has any potions or not. Guess we'll find out. Didn't have a chance to use one there. Venomoth. Like I said, she has one Pokemon that is not a Psychic Pokemon. It is Bug and Poison, although it does learn quite a few Psychic-type attacks. I think it can probably learn Confusion, Psybeam, and Psychic. But I guess we'll find out. There's the Psybeam. Venomoth does seem to be pretty fast. So you think Koga would use a Venomoth. It is a poison type after all. And I'm pretty sure in the anime he does use a Venomoth. If memory serves. Leech Life is a bug type move, so Venomoth does get stabbed, but it still won't do nearly as much as Psybeam. Because Leech Life is only base 20. Psybeam is like base 60 or 65. Something like that. Alright, and it is her best Pokemon, one of my favorites from Gen 1, a level 43 Alakazam. I'm pretty sure that Alakazam... Oh, Reflect. That is a very smart move to teach Alakazam. Because now its defense is essentially doubled. Critical hit. That was lucky. And its special attack is naturally high to begin with, so none of my attacks are going to do a lot of damage to it. I don't know why he used Reflect twice, though, or she used Reflect twice. That was not as smart. Ooh, nice. Paralyzed means it'll be slow, so if Sabrina does not have a potion, we are about to win this. And it seems like she does not. Oh, not quite. Oh, she... Interesting. Do potions not go off until your normal turn? That is a change from the later games, or rather the later games changed that. See, in the future, whoever uses an item automatically goes first. And I feel like in this game, if you, the trainer, use an item, you automatically go first. But I guess it works differently for enemy trainers. Alright, so this is going to be a bit of a tough match. But that's good. I like a challenge. Critical hit on the Psybeam. Alright, let's send out... It's probably not the brightest move. I'm going to send out Veery. Because it is paralyzed, and Earthquake should do a lot of damage to it. Although, because of Reflect, it's really hard to say. Let's go for it, see how much it does. And I know I'm weak to it, but I mean, it's her last Pokemon, so we're going to have to use Nidoqueen at some point regardless. See, the AI in this just is not very smart. Using Reflect once is a very good strategy for Alakazam in this case, but using it more than once, not a good idea. If it had used Psychic or even Psybeam, Veery probably would have been knocked out. I'm shocked, but a loss is a loss. I admit I didn't work hard enough to win. You earn the Marsh Badge. The Marsh Badge makes Pokemon up to level 70 obey you. Stronger Pokemon will become wild, ignoring your orders in battle. Just don't raise your Pokemon too much. Wait, please take this TM with you. And we receive TM46. Psywave. It uses powerful psychic waves to inflict damage. Not a great move. So what Psywave does, if I remember correctly, it's kind of like Seismic Toss or Nightshade. The moves that do damage based on your level. So if you're level 50, it does 50 damage. If you're level 62, it does 62 damage, etc. But what Psywave does... I'm going to wait till we get to that front room, then I know we're safe. What Psywave does is instead of doing 1 times your Pokemon's level, it does anywhere from 0.5 to 1.5 times your Pokemon's level. Actually, I think we came through this one, didn't we? Yep, that was easy. Psychic Power, huh? If I had that, I'd make a bundle at the slots, yeah? Yeah, you would. Leader Sabrina, winning trainers Joe and Kanto. That's right. Better add my name to the statue. They're quick on that, though. They must, oh yeah, I sold up all our items, so we have quite a bit of money now. And we have, as you can see, two more gym leaders to go. Number 7, Blaine, and number 8, the mysterious unknown gym leader of Viridian City. Alright, so it's been a bit of a short episode so far. Trying to think what else we can do. There are some cool bonus areas in the game that I do want to explore at some point, but I'm thinking we might wait on those a little while longer. Get some more levels under our belt first. And those of you who have played these games before probably know what I'm talking about, or at least what I'm alluding to. But I think what we're going to do now is probably get, let's see, was it Sparrow? I think I had a Sparrow out of the PC. So let's put Ron into the PC. just for a little bit. There's our new Hitmonlee. And let's see, there's our friend the Sparrow. We actually have a decent collection of Pokemon, even though we're not really trying to catch any. But the reason I want Sparrow is so I can fly back down to Fuchsia City. So, where's my cursor? Alright, so we've explored most of the world at this point. All we have left is the Seafoam Islands here. We have Cinnabar Island here. Of course, we have the Viridian City Gym, even though we've been to Viridian City. And then it's up through Victory Road and onto the Pokemon League. So we're actually, we're getting there, guys. We're getting really close. And like I said, there are a few bonus areas in the game as well. But there are two ways to get to Cinnabar Island. And I think the way the game's developers intended you to go is not really the way most players seem to actually do it, which is fine. To each their own. A lot of people just fly back to Pallet Town, and you can surf directly south right to Cinnabar Island. It's by far the easiest way to get there. But I think the intended route was to go from Fuchsia City, ostensibly the 6th city in the game, although I guess maybe Sabrina's was 6th, but either way, and go down through Seafoam Island where there's this really cool stone puzzle. You need both strength and surf for that, and then go on to Cinnabar Island. So I'm kind of debating here about which way we're going to go, but I do think we're going to head to Fuchsia City for now, just because there are a lot of swimmers on these routes, these aquatic routes, and I do want to take some time to train against them. And I don't think we healed our Pokemon, did we? Oh, I guess we did. Alright, so let's go ahead and put Sparrow back in the PC. Let me move my cursor off the screen again so you guys can actually see what's going on. Alright. Oh, I don't want to change box. Nope, nope. Deposit. Sparrow back inside. So yeah, what I'm thinking, I'm really tempted to go through Seafoam Island and do it the quote-unquote right way. But I also know I'm going to be coming back to Seafoam Island later in the game for a very special reason I won't spoil, in case you don't know what it is. So I'm thinking I might just go through and explore all these water routes, get some nice XP. And then we'll come back and do Seafoam Islands in a later episode. Alright, so we're on the water, so well, I guess we could use Pal. I was thinking Execute would probably be our best bet, but Execute does not know any Grass-type moves, so that wouldn't really be that helpful. Wait! You'll have a heart attack! Okay, thanks. I'm not sure swimming gives you a heart attack. In fact, I think swimming is probably very good for your heart. For some reason, I thought this was going to be a bird keeper. And not a swimmer. It's weird to see swimmers on the land, but in all fairness, it is a beach. Let's see how much Surf does. I know it's not very effective, but it does get Stab. And I kind of want to save our Mega Kicks, because we only have 4 more Mega Kicks. Alright, but it's not a 1-hit KO. So we might not have much of a choice but to use them anyway. Horsey fainted. Good job, pal. Alright, let's Mega Kick that Staryu. Well, that's a miss. Harden, I still don't think that's going to be enough to save it against a Mega Kick. Oh, I was wrong. Apparently it was enough. Alright, let's use a Surf. It missed. I was about to say, how did it miss? But that's right, in these games there's always that 1 in 255 chance or something like that of missing. Just because of the way, a quirk in the way the game is programmed. And it's little quirks like that that make me think that there's something off with my Tauros catching, but who knows. Alright, another swimmer. I have to warm up before my swim. I do want to talk to the other guy again and see what he meant about that heart attack. It's kind of rude to tell somebody, like, wait, you're going to have a heart attack. It's like, I wasn't until you said that. Now you scared me enough that maybe I will. It's a Tentacool. So, Sia would have been really good in this matchup. And Tentacool, I think, has a pretty good defense stat. Shelter definitely has a pretty good defense stat. Yeah, let's go for it anyway. See how much we can do. Yeah, not quite a 1-hit KO. And Cloyster, I think, actually has the highest defense stat in the entire game. I think it's like 180. Cloyster is a surprisingly good Pokemon in Generation 1. But the special split into special attack and special defense kind of hurt it. Alright, well, because we're out of Mega Kicks, I'm actually going to switch out Blastoise. Let's bring out Adden. Adden does know an electric type attack. That should make these fights pretty easy. Watch out for Tentacool. Okay. Sea Route 19, Fuchsia City to Seafoam Islands. But, I'll tell you what, we will have Blastoise use Surf for us. I figure it's a little more comfortable to ride on a Blastoise than a Dragonair. Dragonite would be cool though, because you could go on the water, you could go in the air, go over land. Dragonite is a pretty cool Pokemon. But still about 16 levels until dear Adden here will evolve. Maybe in time for the Pokemon League. We do still have a ways to go though. Alright, that's the end of Horsey. Oh, traumatic! You know what I should do, actually, because we're just going to find lots of Tentacle here. I'm going to go ahead and use a Super Repel. And I want to keep an eye out for swimmers, like this one here. I love swimming. What about you? I like to swim. I haven't been swimming in a while, actually. But, I definitely enjoyed swimming growing up, going to the beach and to the pool. Alright, Adden. As everyone knows, water conducts electricity, which is the reason electric is good against water types. And we are going to use that to our advantage. Poliwhirl! Is that the first Poliwhirl we've seen? Might be. For some reason, I've always liked Poliwhirl. It's one of the few Pokemon that I like better than their evolutions. I know a lot of people like, you know, Squirtle or Vulpix or Pikachu. I've always been more of a fan of the evolved forms, for whatever reason. But, well, Poliwrath is okay. I don't know, for some reason I always tend to like Poliwhirl better. I will say, in Pokemon Go, Poliwhirl has my favorite animation of every single Pokemon. Just watching that guy do his little bounce back and forth, like, it makes me happy every time. He looks so, like, optimistic about the future. If you don't believe me, go, if you have Pokemon Go, open it up, check out a Poliwhirl, and tell me that's not, like, the cutest animation ever. Alright, got another Shelter. There are quite a few water types in this game, but I think we've actually seen most of them by this point. We've seen Gyarados, we've seen Horseys. I don't know if we've seen a Seadra yet. There's a Seeking. This might be our first Seeking. I don't think we've seen a Tentacruel or a Kingler. Have we seen a Krabby? I don't remember seeing either of them, but I feel like we've probably seen a Krabby. There's a good chance we're going to find some new water types on this route. Or in these swimmers' parties. Swimming's great, sunburns aren't. Ain't that the truth? Always wear sunscreen. It's a beauty. And she has a Goldeen. Alright, Goldeen. Let's see how you fare against a Thunderbolt. Not too well, it turns out. Level 40. 15 to go. Kind of surprised Dragonair didn't try to learn a move then. I thought it learned a move like every 5 levels. Dragon Rage or something. Maybe it's every 10 levels? It might be every 10 levels in Gen 1. Not quite a 1-hit KO. That Seeking must have a decent special stat. That or just low damage variation there. So we'll use a Swift, and that'll finish off Seeking. Get us even more XP, but I am going to keep Adden out at the front of our party until we run out of Thunderbolts, just to make these easy battles. Whoa, lots of swimmers here. I swam here, but I'm tired. Yeah, one time when I was little, well not too little, maybe like 15 or so, we saw, my cousins and I and our friends that were down at the beach with us, we saw on like the Discovery Channel or the Nature Channel or something, how there were always sandbars out in the water. So, and I think we had tried it one day and we got to the sandbar, like where, you know, the water gets deeper and deeper and then it suddenly gets shallow again at the beach. And it was really cool. So we went back another day to do that, but we must have been like in the gap where the, you know, the water rushes out between the sandbar, and we just kept swimming and swimming and we couldn't find the sandbar. So finally, like all my friends and my cousins turned around and went back, but I was determined. I really wanted to find that thing. So I kept swimming, and eventually I got really tired because I was way out there, so I turned around and went back. But by that time I was exhausted from swimming for however long we were out there, and my cousin actually got worried about me and called the lifeguard, but by the time the Life Guard actually got to me, I could already stand and touch the bottom again. So glad I wasn't seriously in trouble, but that was the one time that we actually had to call the Life Guard. Makes a good story at least. This guy has 6 Pokemon. That's really annoying. Trying to use up all my Thunderbolts. I'm going to see if a Swift will be enough to kill it. Or to faint it. Probably not. Oh, wrong again. But this time happy to be wrong. That'll save us some of our very rare and very useful power points on Thunderbolt. Staryu. A little different. Now Staryu, I'll use Swift, but I kind of feel like that might not be enough. Yep. Recover. Alright. It's a cool move. Another one of my favorites, Generation 1. I always thought it was fun going through these games with a move that lets you recover your own health. It's one of the reasons I really loved Starmie back in Gen 1. I still like Starmie quite a bit, but not as much as I did back in the day. Like, it was one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon at the time. Just because it could learn Recover. I mean, it's a fast Pokemon, it has a good special stat. It can learn, Surf and Psychic and Thunderbolt. So it has a really good move pool. Which you can't say about too many Gen 1 Pokemon. Hey, there's a Tentacruel. We're going to use a Thunderbolt on him. I remember one time I made a team just a Pokemon that could learn Recover. I think it was like, I guess it was Mewtwo and Alakazam, Starmie. Chansey could learn Soft Boil, so I figured that was close enough. I probably had a Kadabra as well, just to have something else to recover. I don't remember who the 6th was. I guess I could have used like the Snorlax with Rest. I don't think Slowbro can learn Recover. I know it can learn Slack Off, which is the same thing. But obviously Slack Off will not be a move for a few generations after this. It's like a Gen 4 move, Gen 3, something like that. Alright, there's the Goldeen. Yeah, I don't remember what the next one was. But I remember it was a really hard team for my friends to beat, especially because Chansey and Alakazam, and Mewtwo obviously, are just really good Pokemon. I used to love just like using Chansey and then using like Toxic on my enemy's Pokemon. And then just soft boiling all day long, or using Seismic Toss. Because back then, neither me or my friends really knew enough about like physical versus special attacks, because this was like Gen 1 days, maybe Gen 2. So we didn't realize that Chansey was fairly weak against physical attacks. So I'm sure my friends were all using like, their cool Charizards with Flamethrower and Fire Blast, or Blastoise with Surf, or Alakazam with Psychic, and of course that did almost nothing to a Chansey, which is a great special wall. I used to have a lot of fun with that. Wobbuffet too, in Generation 2. One of those weird Pokemon that it's not banned from like Pokemon Stadium or anything, but it probably should be. It's banned from fan-based competitive play, for good reason. It is a very powerful Pokemon, in the right hands at least, and that was always a lot of fun too. Watching my friends' moves be countered right back at them. Is that everybody? Are you all defeated? I think so. Alright, onward we go. I won't spend all day doing these battles, but I'll give it another 5 more minutes or so. Then I'll probably end the episode and keep training our Pokemon in this area. And I might go ahead and train them north of the city as well. Or I might wait until after we do Cinnabar Island. Haven't quite decided that yet. Maybe I'll wait, just because, I like a little bit of a challenge, so I don't want Cinnabar Island to be too easy if we train up too much. Ah, Smokescreen. Hate Smokescreen although we do have Swift, which always hits, so, that side effect, which is not often used, did come in handy here. Now it's a shame I'm running out of Swifts, because I would rather use this for the rest of the battle, where it's guaranteed to hit, as opposed to Thunderbolts, which I only have 2 of, and which are not. But let's give it a risk. And we missed, yep. That sucks. But there's a Seadra, so we have now seen a Seadra. And Seadra actually looks pretty cool in this generation. I like its sprite. Not quite as cool as Kingdra, but not bad either. That was a good decision, I think, to give Seadra an evolution and make it a new dragon type. It's a way to take a mediocre Pokemon and make it something really special. Alright, another good win. Ouch, torpedoed. Alright, let's switch him out for, let's bring out Ron. He could use a little bit more XP. I don't want to bring Sin out because obviously she's a fire type. That might not go so well here. See, she must be on a sandbar. This water is shallow here, or he, I guess. Got a Shelter. Good old Shelter. Unfortunately, we only know physical moves. At least thus far in the game. Alright, Supersonic Mist. And I am very glad of it. And a Cloyster, our first Cloyster. We haven't seen Steel and Dugong. Like I said, there are so many water types in Gen 1. Some pretty cool ones too. Clamp, that's one of Cloyster's unique moves. Hey, we paralyzed it. But it is not fully paralyzed. An Aurora Beam, I always thought that was a cool move. It's kind of like a ice type Psybeam. I think it has a small chance of I don't know, can Aurora Beam freeze you or does it confuse you? Something like that. I forget what its side effect was. But I'm pretty sure it's one of the two. I know Ice Beam can obviously freeze you. And there's another swimmer. Seafoam is a quiet getaway. I've always enjoyed the Seafoam Islands. I haven't been there, obviously, in... I guess since the last time I played Pokemon Red. But I honestly don't remember when that was. So it is a really... Like, there's no trainers inside. There's just lots of wild Pokemon. Some seals and shelters, I think. So it's kind of like an icy-themed cave. Maybe some Krabbies or Palua. I don't really remember what else there is, but I'm sure there's other stuff too. But it's like it's got a puzzle there. It's got multiple layers. I don't know if it has waterfalls. Do they even have waterfalls in this game? I'm not really sure about that. But yeah, it's a pretty cool place. And I'm definitely going to go there at some point. Just maybe not right away. Seadra trying to decrease our speed there. I actually don't think any Pokemon in this game can learn Bubble Beam by leveling up. In later generations, I'm pretty sure they can. But because it's a TM here, it's a TM move only. There's Seafoam Island. And actually, this little area over here is one of these weird, glitchy areas where you can actually find Pokemon from other areas if you go... I guess if you go there without encountering any wild Pokemon or without stepping on any land tiles, something like that. I think we beat her. Yeah. Any more trainers over this way? Basically, I think the trick is just to, you go to the Safari Zone, you come out, you surf there, and then when you go up and down those tiles, because they're technically land tiles, but they don't have any Pokemon programmed in, they basically use the Pokemon from the last land area you've been at. So if you've just been from the Safari Zone, that's kind of the glitch you can use to catch Safari Zone Pokemon out in the wild. Like I said before, I was sort of getting tempted to start doing that. It was getting close, but luckily our luck turned around and we didn't have to, because I always feel weird using glitches. Alright. Like I did it back in the day with like the original version 1 Pokemon, but I haven't done it ever since they did the Gen 3 reset where you can't transfer Pokemon from Gen 1 and 2 forward. I haven't used any kind of glitches or Game Shark or anything like that. Actually, I didn't even have a Game Shark back in the day. A couple of my friends did, but I always thought that was just a little too easy. Like, at least like the Rare Candy glitch, you have to do a little bit of work. And at least it's in the game. The Game Shark is just a kind of a cheat. I did have one of those like backup things though. It looks kind of like a Game Shark, but where you could basically save a copy of your game in the backup thing. And I used that because I was terrified of my games being deleted. And it did occur to me that you could use the backup to sort of duplicate your Pokemon. But I don't think I ever used it that way. Alright, anyone else up here? Have we fought you yet? I think we have. Well, alright guys. That is it for Route... What route is this? See Route 19. That is it for Route 19, as well as the Saffron City Fighting Dojo and Gym. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. Be sure to leave a like or a comment if you do, and stay tuned for next episode when we head to Cinnabar Island.